In this video, we will try to understand the introduction, or I would say historical background of foreign trade in India. Well, before 1947, the independence of India, the foreign trade of India was mostly colonial in nature. What do you mean by colonial in nature? Well, before 1947, Britishers were ruling India. So whatever countries Britishers were ruling, to only those countries our export was happening. The countries to which Britishers were ruling are called as British colonies, and hence most of the export before 1947, our independence, was targeted towards servicing the needs of colonial countries which are under British control. We were exporting typically raw materials and importing manufactured goods. This led to the dying or huge reliance on imported manufactured goods were the paramount reason for debacle, or I would say huge suffering, of Indian handicrafts. Post World War II, many countries got independence and they started looking at foreign trade as one of the investment options. For last 30 years, from let's say 1991 to 2020, the Indian foreign trade, typically in the form of imports and exports, have changed dramatically. Earlier we were the exporter of raw material and importer of finished goods. Now the things have changed and there are a lot of areas where we started exporting, and there are areas in which we have started increasing our imports. Typically high-end weapons area where we started importing at a greater level. Crude or petroleum products are another big area where we started importing in a greater demand because of the developing nature of the country. So, in nutshell summary, well, before 1947, the most of the India's foreign trade was colonial in nature. We were exporting raw materials and we were largely importing the manufactured or finished goods from Britishers. This led to the dying or a huge suffering for the local handicraft markets. Post World War II, a lot of countries got freedom and they started looking at foreign trade as one of the investment options and growth of the economy of their nations. For last 30 years, our Indian foreign trade has increased multifold and it has started becoming a substantial part of India's GDP.